Hey guys, Estelle back here, bringing you some commentary on firing range domination. I want to go over my gun a little bit, and I also want to talk about this map. But let's first talk about this route that I take right off of the C. My group, if you notice on the map, went right for B after the cap C, and I thought the best place for me to be is not necessarily with them, but up high, guarding that doorway or off to the side there, or up above B there. And you saw that guy pop out and was able to get that first blood. And if that guy was allowed to live, who knows what would happen to my group down there. But however, this is the place, that area, that's what happens if you sit down there too long. That area is a great area to cover B and C. You get a good view of both spawns. You can look in multiple directions, but that means they can shoot from you in multiple directions, and also they can come up through the stairs. And you won't be able to see them until they're already up onto the floor. You can't watch them come up the stairs. You have to wait till they come around that corner. And by that time, if you see them by that time, it's already too late. Let's go over this weapon I'm using. This is the Galil, and if you've seen any of my videos, I usually ran the Woody setup, like I like to call it. It's usually his setup is a silenced Galil. I have recently changed that. I don't think I'm going to run that anymore, and this is the reason why. First off, the Galil is a medium-ranged weapon. It has very poor accuracy when it comes to long range. You can shoot short range on it if you have a bead on them as they're coming towards you, but it's pretty much a medium range weapon. Now, if I silence that weapon, I just lost a little bit of range on that. And since I have taken off, I've kind of compared to see how people have responded to me now that I'm showing up on the map when I shoot my gun, and it's really much different from being silenced. So I now gain a little bit of range since the silence is off, and I'll also be able to put up a sight. And with the reflex sight, I think it gives me a far better advantage than what the silencer ever did. First of all, this is probably just in my mind, not necessarily it's actually happening. I feel that I can bring the weapon up to my face a lot faster than if I was with iron sights or with any other attachment on. And also too, if you watch any of Wing's videos, having the reflex scope on makes it a nice tighter grouping, and meaning the recoil is not as bad if you didn't have the reflex sight on. So that's nice. So in my mind, I got two little advantages versus having a silenced weapon, which just gives me one. So I'm pretty pleased with it right now. I'm now trying to find a decent looking camo for it. This one's pretty butt ugly, so I'm definitely changing it. Now, since that's done, let's talk about this map. And overall domination. If you want to be effective, if your goal is to win domination, and a lot of guys are starting to pick it up on this, but still there's a lot of people out there that don't know it, you have to run with a group, and you have to run with more than 3 people. When you get into a lobby, you want to be able to have more than 50% of a group owning that team. So if they have 6 members on a team, you want to have at least 3, and even in most cases I would have at least 4, depending on how strong the team is. You want to own that map. And if you guys are making callouts and talking during the gameplay, any randoms you have seem to feed off that, at least I've noticed that, and start doing their jobs, start holding off points or defending areas. And sometimes if they have a mic, they're talking to you as well, which is really helpful. So, number one thing, run with a team if you want to be effectively winning domination maps. Now, this map is really tough, especially even with a team, because I feel that the spawn in it is so bad. For me, you can't really spawn trap effectively on this map, because as soon as you start pushing them a little bit wherever they're spawning, they're going to jump somewhere. And there are multiple locations for these guys to jump. There's right here I'm looking at right now, there's that big concrete slab on the other side there. They can spawn there. They can spawn in between, they can spawn behind B in that big warehouse garage thing. And they can spawn next to that, in that little house over that way. And then in some cases, if they're pushed too hard, they can spawn way back over on C, even if you own C. So it's very hard to effectively spawn trap on this map. So running with a team on this makes it that much easier. And then you're just going to have to start the best thing I can say to people when they're running this map is just guard your points. You want to stick around near your points and make sure that they don't come they come to you rather you going. Now, we're holding the B and C spawn right now, and I'm kind of sort of rushing kind of hard. I'm just kind of sort of having fun. I wasn't being too serious on this map. wanting to get a great score or anything like that. I'm just kind of having fun. And I come across this spot. I see guys hide up here all the time, but I wanted to decide to talk about it. It's located to the left of A, if you're looking at A, to the left of A, but behind it. And you can watch that. They can watch that spawn where they spawn back here in A, and you can also watch that pathway to the concrete slab where I'm looking down right now. But also to the left of me, you can watch that house. So if they come from the garage or this little house right here, you have to come right through there, or off to the left there's a little walkway back by the car where that little range is. They have to climb a ladder to get to you, so getting to you is very hard for them. And in theory, you should be able to see them long before they see you, or at least be able to effectively fire at them long before they can effectively fire at you. Now, I do camp up here a little bit because it's such a great spot. And now, especially since we're only 3 points, who knows where they're spawning. And if you watched any of my videos, I've talked about this, but I'm going to reiterate it. Especially on this map, with being such a loose, finicky type spawn system, holding 3 points is not that big of an issue. Even if you're holding 2 points, they can be spawning in wrong areas that you think they should be spawning. So why not try to get those extra points faster and more by holding 3 points and still have that finicky type spawn? So that's my theory behind it, especially in this map. Like I said, I am camping here a little bit. I think I do get killed. I think they finally do that. But what's also pretty bad about it is that this tin frame does not stop bullets. You get hit a lot if they're shooting at it. And I do eventually die here. There's 2 of them. I get naded pretty effectively there. And we get a blackbird up. And that's usually what I run. I was running my napalm strike in this one, and I don't think I got 1 kill, to be honest. And you have when it comes to those type of kill streaks, where you have to put down on a map. You know, you look down on the map and you see a cluster of red dots, and you put it all there. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of kills. Then all of a sudden, the thing drops. 3 seconds or 4 seconds later, and you get nothing. It's because with these types of kill streaks, the Mortine, the napalm strike, the rolling thunder, any of those things where you have to put a location on a map, you have to think about anticipate where they're going to be, not where they currently are, and that's what makes those things so hard. So I'm starting to run other things like the spy plane, the blackbird for sure, maybe a care package from time to time with the dogs or the chopper gun, because it's so hard to get those kill streaks where you have to put down on the map. Now sometimes you get a lot of kills. But more times than not, especially in this match, I think I got napalm strike 3 or 4 times, and I hardly got any kills. Hope you guys enjoyed this match. Put your likes down if you liked the video. Leave a comment if you so desire. I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks, guys.